So the first part of the question is,
First part.
if you could choose, would you be Goose, Maverick, or Iceman?
And the second part of the question is, do you think that the aliens in District 9 would have been cooler if they'd looked more like the Fly or like the Predator baby in Predator 3? And would Shanae have had, from Martin's show Martin, would she have had, could she have had a successful offshoot show called Shanae?
If I was going to have to choose, it would have to be Iceman. For no other reason than he's the only one I'm vaguely familiar with. We're English boys, so we grew up with the Beano and the Dandy. So we'd, our characters are sort of Dennis the Menace, Walter, Desperate Dan. None of these more futuristic, stylish characters.
Well, there's not a lot of violence in British comics. It's more like kind of tomatoes in the face and like custard pies and whoopee cushions and stuff. So
and people eating sausages and dogs being naughty.
Yeah, it's more naughty than aggressive. You know, more kind of cheeky. We're talking about The Fly, the David Cronenberg film, right? That's pretty scary. I can't imagine. I mean, imagine that en masse. You know what I mean? That's pretty scary thought. If you're looking for what's scary, I'd probably say The Fly. I suppose if we're equating scariness with coolness, then that'd be it. Yeah, The Fly. That's probably. I mean,
again, we should be honest. We don't know this show.
We don't know
English boys. We have EastEnders and Coronation Street. Programs like that with characters like Peggy Mitchell and Grant Mitchell and Phil Mitchell.
If you know who Phil Mitchell is, he could probably have a very successful offshoot called Phil. You know, he'd be kind of bumping around the East End in his old banger trying to sell stuff. You know, and stamping on the head of any mug who got in his way. So I think that'd be a pretty successful show. When you I don't know if you've ever experienced this, you know what I'm talking about, but when you fall asleep, you're sort of drifting, you drift off, and then you feel like you're falling, and you wake up with a start, you know, a sudden jump. I just wonder if you've experienced that, and whether have any idea why it occurs.
I'd like to ask, which is the greatest sausage, the Bratwurst, the chorizo, or the Cumberland? The three great one sausages. It's the eternal debate. And as a final question, well, we will be specific because we've got specific questions. Which is the best British soap? EastEnders, Coronation Street, Hollyoaks, Emmerdale, and we shouldn't forget Brookside, even though it doesn't exist anymore. It was still pivotal to our upbringing. So, which is the best British soap?
And why?